Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. How is everybody doing? All right. How are we doing tonight? As most of you know, I was on vacation last week. Took a much needed time out and rested up. It was very good. And now we're back doing the live streams. Back to the good old routine. So another kind of last minute switch right before the live stream on my end. I was going to do some tarot cards today, and then I realized, I think I got to work on something else a little bit. So I feel behind on a lot of art things. I've been prepping for lots of things and lots of like the vacation and a few other things, and kind of doing a lot of like admin work as far as my business goes. But then, yeah, now I'm feeling behind on my art. So we're going to do something different today. We have Antoine and Dan in the chat. Welcome to the stream. How is everybody doing? What is up? I'm just going to do a quick message on Discord because Dan just reminded me, seeing his lovely username there, that I didn't tell the Discord people. Sheesh, I knew I missed one. So what is everybody up to? How are we doing? So today we're going to work on a Halloween coloring page. Like I said, I wanted to work on some tarot. I worked on some after work today. And then now I am just trying to catch up on lots of different things that I have to get done before the holidays. And then so hopefully the next couple months will be a little bit busy, but then we'll be really good back on track. I'm doing great. I'm very well relaxed and very chill. My vacation was fabulous. I was able to go and have a relaxing time and just kind of reset. I wasn't really on my phone. I was just doing, what is happening? Just doing some relaxing things, which I enjoy. So it was good. Hung out with family, just kind of relaxed and did some chill things. It was really, really good. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Sketching together. There we are, darling. So it was good to reset, to just kind of sit and chill. Okay, we'll do that. And just kind of reset. It's perfect. I felt actually rested after this vacation, which is outrageous. Usually I come back from vacation needing another vacation. Okay, so scattered start. Got to remember how things go here. So I was working on some tarot earlier. I got a little bit further, I can show you, on the bonfire that we started last week, like 2 weeks ago. So got a little bit of progress done there, but we're down to kind of some tiny details and getting the stained glass and stuff like that. So I thought rather than kind of repeating with that, I would do something a little different. And these coloring pages that I have that I'm going to be working on are going to be for an event at work, actually. And then hopefully it can be available for some downloads over the Halloween season. It is fast approaching. Pumpkin spice lattes come out tomorrow. I feel already so behind on all the fall things, but that's okay. The live stream is going to keep me on track, which is great. So I'm glad you're all here for it. This is a sketch that I did actually while I was on vacation. We have kind of like a haunted house, kind of scary forest, kind of witchy cat kind of scene situation that we're going to work on here. So mostly going to be inking this up today, and we'll see how far we go. My goal here was to, because a lot of the coloring books and things I've been doing have been very simple illustrations and kind of just isolated. I wanted to have ones that had lots of detail in them and kind of created a little bit more depth and layering and backgrounds, because I don't really do that a lot. I've been doing it more in the tarot cards, which is great, but I haven't been doing it a lot in my coloring book pages and stuff. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. All right, so let's get going. Hi, buddy. Would you lay down? Mojo is here, and he is a very sleepy guy. Vacations are hard. Oh, we've got RB in the chat too. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome. All right, so let's see. Get started with our vector lines here. We're gonna get started with some basic sketches and stuff like that. It felt really good to get this sketch down on paper, to be honest. And then just kind of like work with the pencil, just kind of like get the whole vibe out. I knew there'd be other details and stuff that I could put in with fresco when we got there. And then we had the thought just erased itself. Did someone mention work with a pencil? Yes, this isn't originally a sketch in my sketchbook. I did this on the beach while I was on vacation and just relaxed. It was nice. Just kind of get my hands dirty a little bit, get the real sketch out there. It was really nice. It felt really good to get there and get this sketch kind of laid out. And I knew that I could get back in here in fresco and just really kind of dig into some of those details. I just kind of wanted to get the essence, the bare bones kind of down on paper. I want to get back to some traditional work a little bit. Not that I'm not liking the fresco business. Let's be serious. It helps me finalize a lot of nice things. But it's nice to get my hands dirty in some traditional work a little bit here and there. So now we're inking, we're digital and fresco. So, okay, so train of thought. This is a sketch page. And I just took a photo of it with my iPad because that's where I was going to be working. Oh, this is what I wanted. Just took a picture of the sketch page itself. And then I just placed that into my fresco page. Normally, like, I have my scanner right here too, which it would have also been helpful, but I knew this was just kind of the bare bones in a situation here, so I didn't think that we needed to get the scanner out and everything else to make it work. So I just thought the photo was going to be great. Perfect for today. Alessandra's in the chat. Welcome to the stream. My vacation was fabulous. I feel rested and relaxed. I didn't freak out on anybody at work today. It was a good vacation. I'm kidding. Well, I actually didn't freak out on anybody at work. But it felt really good to be away from all the stuff for a little bit, all the hustle and bustle and chaos. And just rest up a bit. It was nice. Got to hang out with family, eat delicious foods. Celebrate my nephew's birthday. It was all a good time. It was a great time. Surprise bonus family visits. It was a whole thing. It was great. Oh, 10 days going back to the coast, RB. Nice. Nice. I do love vacation time. There we go. We'll do this so I don't miss any of the chats. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So yeah, the idea here is just I want to have lots going on with lots of layers and things. I want it to be a fun thing to color and work through and just kind of get all the fun art potential on the page here. I also want to see how these come together because when I was at my most recent market, I was talking with a lady who was a teacher, and she was saying she was looking at my coloring book and wondering about photocopies and things like that, and I mentioned that I could get her some pages instead of just the book, and then I thought, you know what, it might be kind of fun to just kind of make some individual pages so people don't have to commit to the full book. So if this comes out really the way I'm hoping it will, then I think I'm gonna work on some of these as well after and during while the tarot is wrapping up. We're not even halfway through yet. Penny's in the chat too. Welcome to the stream. I'm so happy to see you all. It's so nice to be back streaming with everybody. How is everybody's last legs of summer going? I feel like fall has all of a sudden hit me right in the face. Like, I don't know if you can hear it or not. It's raining outside. We've needed it so desperately. I think I've mentioned that a few times. We really needed the rain, but it's like cooled off. Pumpkin spice is out with a vengeance. Like, all of a sudden, it's fall. It's crazy. The whole fam is here. Yes. I love that. Oh my goodness. Penny, that little gif is just absolutely adorable. That emoji is super adorable. The vacay was really good. I should have just waited until later. It was really good. I got to hang out on the beach for 7 whole days, visit with family, stay away from the computer, relax, sit in the sun. It was wonderful. A perfect time out. Should do it more often, to be honest. Would recommend. It was a great time. Thank you, everybody, for asking. I do appreciate that. Oops, bad circles. Okay, would you lay down, monsieur? Where's this cranky guy? Where's this? No? Sate, thank you. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. So what's everybody been working on? What did I miss while I was away? Fill me in. Alright. So when I was building this, while everybody's prepping their messages, I wanted to make sure that a lot of it was mostly like space claims that I was working on. And kind of like what kind of do I want in the front? What do I want going in the back? I didn't worry too much about the finer details specifically of a lot of things. The house has quite a bit of detail in it. But I really just wanted to kind of know what was taking up what kind of space, so that when I got to this part, I wasn't too tied down. Too tied down with details. One at a time, Erin. And that's what this part's for. Arby's working on a logo. Nice. That's always fun times. I haven't done a logo in a while. Been building tarot decks instead. I don't think that's what I wanted. Let's try this. But they can be entertaining. Kind of like the limited space and kind of the small area that a logo takes up. Kind of forces some creative thinking, which I always like. Assuming you have a client who will play the game with you. My last client was really, really good and would work with her again. I don't know how frogs' legs work. Poop, poop, poop. That's why his eyes are all wonky. And drawing his legs busted. Poor guy. Poor guy. Okay, let's just move on from that. They all play the game. Okay. Well, in fairness, as long as the clients play the game nicely. It's nice to have a client who respects the artist's time. More often is more of a haggle. There we go. See, that's what we're talking about. That's when I've been pretty lucky in that a lot of people that I've worked with have respected the space and the time and the money, but I'm not a hardcore freelance logo person. Like, the people I work with generally are people that are colleagues or family or friends who understand the level of work that goes into these things and are willing to pay the fees. But at work, there's always the people who use the classic, can you jazz it up type terms. And is this really going to take you a whole week? I did once at work. This was years ago, I did a full event. Like, we have a graphics team, and we were just kind of in our basic early days. And I did a full event. So everything from signage to name tags to placing like table cards to the PowerPoint that introduced like literally everybody at the event, all the logos of all the suppliers that were at the event. I can't even remember what the event was specifically, but I had done all these graphics. And when I told, and I remember it was like crazy overtime, and I got I got sick around the same time. It was just this huge chaos mess. And I remember telling one of the directors how much it cost, like how many hours I put in, and she was like, that's like a whole person full time for 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah. Do you see all the things? This takes a long time. People are generally surprised that things take longer than 2 minutes. That magic button isn't as fast as you would initially expect. Research for a logo is often longer than the creation itself. Yes, I tend to agree. The research, and then I find like the initial kind of rough sketches, figuring that out, because once you get the visualization to the customer, generally I find most people find it easier to kind of pick a direction. Again, I'm generalizing, but they can pick a direction on what they're looking for and what they want to see. That visualization helps a lot more. But after that, you're correct. With the right client, with most people, it's smooth sailing after that. I find that even with a lot of my art pieces, the research and the initial sketch and layout, those take the longest. And then the actual execution, unless I'm doing like a whole new style or working with a brand new medium, generally will take less time. Or at least sometimes be a little less stressful, because like the planning part is over. Every piece is different. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. What else? What's everybody else working on? Do you have more markets? I love working with brand new idiom. A lot better than reworking original ones. Yes. No, I completely agree. Working either with other people's files or against other people's files is always a challenge. Now we have the cat, but I think I want to redraw. People tend to stick for the old forms. Yeah, if people have seen something that they like, then it's hard to sometimes change their minds. You can't even recognize changes. Yeah, change is scary. Okay, I'm going to stick with this cat, but I think I'm going to put another kitten or something in here. I'm kind of liking this one, actually. I wasn't sure when I was looking at the sketch earlier. We'll keep this guy. He seems to be up for a good time at this Halloween potion party. Whoops, that's how I want it. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm starting to build this on an 11 by 14 like we did for the face cards, just giving myself lots of room to get lots of details in here. I'll probably send them out as like a 8.5 by 11 in the end, but I just want to get those details nice and crisp and clean, and not hold back on the design because I'm worried about running out of space. All right. Oops. Yeah, so now that my vacation's done, I have a market coming up this Friday, and then I have one on the Canadian Thanksgiving weekend, a couple more that I'm going to apply for. So just a little bit of prep for those for the holidays. I've got like one more design for Halloween, these coloring pages, and then a few for Christmas and the holiday season, and hoping to have that done by like the end of September, maybe October, so I can spend November and December just chilling, man. So I'm waiting to hear on a few different things, but it's kind of like a good solid plan for the holidays. Like, I like to take it easier in the fall and the winter just because they're my favorite time. I don't like to blow past them. I like to take it all in. That's not what I wanted. Come on, you. So trying to make a plan so that I can be done pretty soon. We can sit and relax. And then also get back to some tarot cards because as I mentioned at the start of the stream, feeling a little behind there. So we'll get back to those guys. Because I want to stay on track. I was checking my schedule this week and, schedule today, and we're on track. There's not a pile of wiggle room, so, but I do know that I have lots of like illustration prep time and stuff coming up once the market stuff is prepped. That's the theory anyway. That's the current plan. See what happens after. That frog's so silly. Alright, I was sketching a little bit around this on the weekend. Let's see what I came up with. Oh dear. I think I already messed it up. Oh, well, that's just silliness. That doesn't make any sense. Boop, boop, boop. Oh dear, what is happening? Holy cow, okay. I don't even know what I did here. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? He's a lucky doggy. Get the OG sketch and see what the heck I did here. Okay. So let's do this. Sure. There we go. I saw lots of people were streaming throughout last week. Looked like a good busy time. I think maybe now that the summer's over, summer's coming to a close. Summer's not over, like, let's not be dramatic, Erin. But now that the summer is kind of wrapping up, I think more people are going to be on streams and watching them. I know I'm in theory, my weekend should quiet down a little bit. Hopefully we'll be able to watch some more streams soon. So I put the creative jams kind of on hold for a couple months because it was just too busy. Everybody was so busy and I was feeling a little crowded, so we'll see what the fall brings. Boop. Oh, this is just so much silliness. What else has been happening? Nothing too crazy. Just getting back into the groove, man. No, not animating. This must be Mojo's long lost relative. Yes, yes. Do you have witchy ancestors, sir? He was right beside me while I was drawing this, so yes, the Mojo inspiration is tough to deny. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's try that again. Oops. Oh man, how did your streams go this weekend, Alessandra? I saw your name pop up on some of my notifications. I hope they were good. Oops. I don't know if it's been like because I've been drawing so much of the tarot cards and things like that, but I feel like super into Halloween drawings this year. Again, I think I said it last stream or the stream before, like I don't really love like scary Halloween. I'm more like spooky, goofy Halloween. What the heck is this? What are you doing? So this really kind of works for me. But yeah, feeling it this year. Feeling the Halloween business. Boop. That's a little silly. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Then use my artistic license to cover up the critter feet. So I don't have to worry about if I drew them wrong. They're sitting in deep grass. It's kind of a miserable week here, kind of a little fall-like. Oh, absolutely not what I wanted. How do I want this to go? But I know there's still like probably going to be some more summery things left. But here, all the students are going to be going back to school. Like this is kind of the long week coming up is when all of our students start getting ready to go back to school. And it makes me want to buy like new notebooks and shoes. I always like that part of back to school. New outfit, new everything. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Downside to long spirally lines. Okay, I'll fix that in a sec. Yeah, so it makes me want to buy like a new outfit and get a fancy new pen or something. Okay, this one's not going to cut just because all of this line and this and all this is one single line. So even though it's crossing over itself, when I use the trim tool, it's just considering that like there's nothing, it's just crossing itself. Like there's no other line crossing it. So that's why this trim didn't work, because it's all one big line but not like a solid shape. So that's why we're going to have to do some careful magic erasing here to let that do its thing. I'm not 100% on board with our cat's face here or dog's face here. I haven't quite decided. Leave it up for interpretation. But not really like living for the whole thing just yet. Maybe like this. There we go. Need another eyebrow. So lines will cross, like if you're crossing over within a shape or a different line, that's great. But like a single line itself where you haven't lifted up your pen, that's going to cause a bit of a kerfuffle. Yikes. We want to be careful with that. We're being a little too goofy with this. Let's just calm down. I'm usually here for some exaggeration, but I feel like that was a little bit much. Why? Oh, it looks pixelated for a sec, and that was extremely disappointing. Okay. Okay. Trying to think of what the third design was. Yeah, haunted house. Like a Halloween fairy one. Oh, Halloween tea party. That's what I was going to do. It'd be so much fun. Yeah, see, I've been really into it. Really into the Halloween stuff. I'm just going to take this out because it's giving me the heebie-jeebies. And we're going to wait. Just like the frog. That's the advantage to having lots of different things on the page too, is that when something is making me frustrated, I have somewhere to go. Now I have all this on a single layer right now. I don't know that that's a problem yet. This is all kind of one big illustration. It's not like the tarot cards where there's a layering effect specifically that I'm going for, so I'm not too worked up at this time about not having too many layers yet, but we can come back to that little audio clip later if I get frustrated with what I did. So it's just a different kind of builds. I don't think I have to be as worried about the layering. I'm not doing like the extra outlines. Like I'll do some hierarchy lines, but I'm not going to be doing those extra colored lines that I do on the tarot and things like that. So this will be fine. Now this does look a little, excuse me, gingerbread housey. But I think we can add some more details to it. Let's see what we can come up with. Hey Penny, how are your Halloween stickers going? People still ordering lots? Getting prepped for the season? I think I mentioned this on the last stream, but the shop where I have some of my products, they were saying people are already looking for Christmas stuff already. Just getting the Halloween stuff out. Everybody slow down. I'm only one person. Should probably have like a little garden type situation here, but wild grass works for me too. Hides all the things. Holy cow, 7:42 already. Madness. When I draw my grass, like I remember seeing a neighbor, she's an artist and she was always drawing, and I would look at her drawings of grass. It always kind of looks like a rough signature. So I always try and pretend I'm like, I just don't want it to loop back on itself too much. And that's the only thing. So just a signature that goes straight forward. So it keeps it a little bit more random as opposed to a predictable pattern. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This helps me think of it as be nice and random. Pew, pew, pew. We'll save. How's about that? Okay. Now, yikes. Maybe we do something silly, like that's okay. Making sure I'm not missing any chats. Okay. Okay, I think I have to do an adjustment here because the stairs don't make any sense. Alright, we'll do this. And then this. That. Maybe this. Something extra goofy. And then, okay, let's try this again. We'll do this to here. And this to here. Sure. Just because of where we put our like banisters, we need it to make a little more sense. It's also a haunted house. I don't think we're looking for architecturally sound, but I also would like it to make a little bit of sense. Professional looking stairs. Not really, but I appreciate the vote of confidence. They look like I installed them, that's for sure. They look like I did them. The more trial and error kind of comes from this kind of design. It's not planned all the way through. So luckily the vector tools and the trimming really help with that. In that it's easy to move things around and take things out as you see fit. I just wonder, I'm not sure if like, just hide the bottom there. We'll see, because I just don't like seeing that line through there. And then the click and hold that straightens out that line really helps with like exaggerating the not straightness of the house. Because like when you're doing something like this, like I intentionally made those stairs kind of a little bit wonky. Like I think the horizontal-ish lines are a little too close, but like the vertical ones being so off. Like if you're gonna draw something and you want it to be, you intend for it to be wonky, exaggerate it. Because if it's just like a little bit off, it looks more like a mistake as opposed to, oh my gosh, what is wrong with those stairs? You'd be like, oh, okay, the perspective's off, something's weird. Whereas when you look at these ones, like there's something wrong with those stairs, for sure. So if your intention is for wonkiness and wobbly, exaggeration is your friend. Oh, just snoring. Oops. No, just this one. Just this. There we go. If you want it to be all kinds of off, then we want to be sure to exaggerate the whole thing. Maybe this. Oh. Okay, now how do I want to exaggerate these? It looks, like I said, it looks gingerbread housey. Technical term. I wonder if we could kind of have it be oops. I don't love that. Because I almost wonder, save, if we want to have like a, instead of it be like spirally, as if we have it like a spider web fishnet stocking situation. Oops. Good Lord. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Alessandra has 2 markets in September, one on the 3rd and one on the 6th. Yikes. Are you ready? Are these for the zines or are they something else? Because those are 2 very close together markets. My goodness. Yikes. That's absolutely not what I wanted to do. What the heck is happening? Turn this one off, please. We can see. Okay, let's keep. What is going on here? There we go. Let's hit save, shall we? She's acting funny. Zines in October. Okay. Phew. At least you have a few more, some extra time for those guys. Relieve some pressure. But yikes. That is a lot. But I know you can do it. Are you ready? Oops, oops, oops. Ah, crazy lines. There we go. It's like a haunted gingerbread house. It's all good. It's all good. Coming together. That's absolutely not what I wanted to do. Let's try again. No. This kind of falls into the same category as the exaggeration. If you're going to have something kind of overlap it. If you create too much of a tangent where like one part's kind of just touching another one, it creates a line you don't want. Oh, some paintings. Nice. Yeah, I have a market on Friday. And I'm prepared for it. I have everything I need. Just waiting for that last minute erranding to be like, you know what? We should add 3 new things. I'm holding it off so far, but it tends to be what happens. But like, you know what would be awesome? Is if we didn't sleep for 3 days. But I think I'm so focused on like Halloween and holiday stuff that I think I can semi-confidently say I won't do that to myself this time. I think the vacation mellow is helping me with that. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Let's see what we got here. Sometimes you just gotta clean up the other lines to see what the heck you're doing. Okay. Alrighty. What the heck? So she's going to cook first and then paint. Always good to have the sustenance, especially before you paint. Because if you're like me, as soon as I start painting, I'm like, I'll be like, oh, okay, one more piece. Okay, as soon as this part's done, as soon as this is that, it'll be like 4 or 5 hours and I won't have eaten. And it'll be exhausting. So definitely eat first. Make sure you have the power that you need. It's important. Oops. Yes, RB has excellent advice. Don't cook paint, then create food. You know, we've probably all been there. Had that sip of the watercolor water. Just as delicious as the tea I intended to drink. Yes, don't mix up the two, Alessandra. Boop, 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 boop. Alrighty, what do we got? Alright, we're starting with something. We're making some progress. Let's see if I can put in something here that's less spooky. Down. You know what? Maybe we just don't. Maybe we just don't. Who knows? All right. So slow but sure, we're making some progress with our Halloween coloring pages. Just switching it up from the tarot a little bit. I'll show you where we're at with the bonfire piece. I worked on it a little bit before the stream. So progress is being made. I decided I would just take a break on the stream here for everybody. So this is the bonfire we were working on. We're at the point of doing stained glass styling soon on the fire. I'm very excited to see how that's going to come out. And build it up a little bit. And I think I talked about this a little bit, but like there's 4 bonfire kind of centered cards that are going to be in the deck. And I'm kind of hoping to kind of leverage this for each one. Because there's also a few cards, I was looking through the list today, and there's some that have a lot of them have like the circus kind of in the background with different things in front. So this is going to kind of be my test guy to see how I can reuse pieces in other cards. I've done some I've reused elements, things like the crowd in the background, or some of the tents in the background. Like those kind of elements have come through, but I've just kind of redrawn them each time because they're very simple. They're silhouettes, and just kind of simple hints at the tents in the backgrounds. They don't need a lot of detail, but this has a lot of detail. So I'm gonna try and see what my next steps are in reusing them. Like the next card, I know I can almost use this as is and just kind of break it apart. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But there's some where the bonfire would be smaller. So I want to kind of scale it down, but I don't want to mess with the line texture, the line hierarchy too much. So if I can get this to work, it will definitely speed up some of the process for some of these other cards that are coming down the line that do have kind of a theme to them, or have elements like the circus or the clock or the bonfire or something in it that are going to come that are recurring themes. Because we're going to be we've been working on a lot of tents and elements of the circus, but then we're going to be really getting into, once those elements are done, I'm running out, we're getting into depth on the story itself. So some of our main characters and kind of where they come from and everything as well. So there's a lot more nuance to some of the cards coming up. So I'm very excited for that. I just want to make sure I have an approach for those. So the next 4 cards all kind of are going to have the same bonfire theme. We just have lots to work through and figure out. So that's what I'll be working on for myself. I am TBD on a live stream next Monday. We have a holiday here, so I don't know what's going on in the area. So I may or may not be streaming next week. Keep an eye on the socials. I will post a story on Instagram and Facebook if I am going to be streaming. And I'll try and remember to catch the Discord a few minutes earlier than 5 minutes after I start. So I'll keep you posted on whether I'm posting next, live streaming next Monday or not. But we're gonna have, next Monday's a holiday there too. Okay, so if everybody's on vacation, I might lean towards just taking another week break, but maybe I'll throw one in during the week or something. I'll keep you posted. Follow the stories, and I'll let you know where I end up. And if I'm working on anything awesome, which I usually am, I'll hook you guys up and we'll do a stream together. And I'll hope to catch some of you this weekend as well while you're streaming. But for now, I will let you all get on with your week. Thank you so much, everybody who tuned in. I really do appreciate it. I say it every week, but it's really cool that you guys come to hang out with me for a little bit, especially on a Monday, which is kind of like an off day for some people. So I do appreciate you taking the time and hanging out. Alessandra, good luck with your market prep. I know you're going to do great. Good luck with your logo, RB, and everybody else. Good luck with the awesome. I hope it's all great for you. I hope you all have a great week, and I will catch you soon. Have a great week, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.